Hello everyone, this is Dave from Dave's Recent Things. Welcome to Wreathster Week. Today is day number 3, episode number 3 of my Wreathster Week series. 7 days, 7 wreaths. Plus, don't forget, there's always that bonus video right at the very end. So it's 8 consecutive days of Easter wreaths. Today, day number 3. Why don't I just get started and I'll show you what I made. I'm going to be using our 14-inch wire wreath frame, along with some floral tulips that I picked up in pink and in yellow. Different sizes and different colors and patterns of ribbon. I'm using 2.5 inch, 1.5 inch, and 5/8 of inch. White spray paint, some white pipe cleaners, and my regular crafting utensils to create this project today. Starting off with our wire frame, I'm just going to shake up my spray can a little bit, take it out to the garage, spray paint it both sides, all nice and white so we have our white frame. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a plaid 5/8 inch ribbon. I'm just going to unravel it, glue it right to the inside wire, kind of close to the crossbar, and then I'm going to be doing a weave pattern for this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue it down. I'm going to come to our next wire, go over that, the following wire, go under the wire, and on the outside wire, come under, and then you see right here, so I'm going over, going under that wire, and then I'm going to go over this wire and come back through the opening right below that. Now I will say this, you see I'm kind of pulling through the entire roll as I do my weave here. I did end up cutting it in half for the second half. It was a lot easier because you can see here I'm pulling and pulling and pulling, but I'm continuing that weaving pattern. So it's going over, under, over, under, and I'm going to follow that pattern all of the way through. So this is 5/8 inch non-wired ribbon that I'm using here. And again, I'm just weaving it in and out, and just for simple and for an easier time, my recommendation is to cut it in half. You can see how easy it is once the ribbon gets a little bit shorter here. So I'm just finishing off my second section. I'm going to glue that ribbon right down at the very end, hold it in place just for a little bit so the glue makes contact and dries. And then I'm just going to cut the excess off, and you can see that one roll finished off half of the wreath. So I'm going to use 2 rolls in total to complete the wreath. Once it's all done, let's flip it over and see there is our woven pattern with that beautiful colored plaid ribbon. Just love how this turns out, and I'm so happy I spray painted that wreath frame as well. Once that's all done, I cut down my tulips, and now I'm just gluing them in place. I'm just kind of putting some at the back row. So I have 2 different heights. I have the back row, which is a little bit taller than the front row. So I'm going to glue down 6 of them at the back, and I'm going to glue down 3 of them right at the front there, just kind of coming to a point. I'm going to put it up just a bit, just to look at it, pick it up. That's the word I was looking for. So I'm going to make ribbon, and I'm using ribbon from my stash. I'm going to make a bow, and I'm going to use ribbon from a stash. So I'm not really going to measure anything. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to come over, up, maybe this is about 10 inches, make a loop, make a tail first, make sure that that good side is facing up, and then I'm just going to bring it together in my left hand. If you've been watching my channel consistently, you've seen this method of bow making a couple of times before. For this one, I am doing, I believe it's a total of 6 loops and 2 tails. Once I have that all together, I take a full-size pipe cleaner, just wrap it around the middle there, give it a couple of really good twists so it's nice and secure and it's not going to go anywhere. Now don't cut that pipe cleaner. We're going to keep that. That's how we're going to attach it. I then fold it in half, the ribbon with the tails, to create the dovetail right at the bottom. And I'm going to fluff it up just a little bit just to kind of see how it's working. And then I'm going to take another pattern and another color and do the exact same thing. So again, I'm not really measuring out, but I would estimate my tails and my loops are approximately, I would say, anywhere from 8 to 10 inches for this if you want to use a ruler. I'm just going by eyeball today. I just decided, you know what, let's just see how this works. And then again, I'm going to overlap my ribbon, fold it in half, cut it on an angle for a dovetail. Then I had one other spool of that ribbon we used to weave the wreath frame, and I thought this would be perfect to tie in our bow with the wreath frame. And I'm just making small little loops until I come to the end of our ribbon. Attach a half pipe cleaner on there, just twist it around right in the middle, and that's going to create a little cluster of that beautiful plaid ribbon for Easter. For this ribbon, I'm just going to cut it on an angle. Now let's put our bow together. We have 3 segments. I'm going to put the first segment at the bottom, the second segment, wrap that pipe cleaner around, chop off the excess again. Don't cut off that longer one. We'll need that later. And then for our third segment, which is the smaller ribbon, I'm going to place the pipe cleaner around the center again, twist it a couple of times, and then chop off the excess. Flip that over, and you know what we're going to do? It's Dave's Recent Things, and I know there is a ton of fluffers out there as well. We're going to fluff up that bow. Look how beautiful and colorful this bow is. Just love this one. Now to attach it, we're going to take those 2 pipe cleaner stems we have right at the back of our bow, wrap it around the frame in between those tulips. I'm going to make sure it is where I want it to go. Once it's secured, cut off the excess, flip it over, and now I can spend my time finishing up by fluffing up that bow and make it absolutely perfect. Our final result is this beautiful ribbon woven, say that 10 times fast, ribbon woven wreath with our pink and yellow tulips, and of course that beautiful bow, which just made me so happy. Here it is on my studio door with those colors just coming to life. It doesn't necessarily scream Easter, but it's a great hint towards Easter. This is day number 3 of Wreathster Week. Don't forget to click on that link right down below to take you to the Wreathster Week 2025 playlist, where you can click all of the other videos and watch them. Thank you so much for joining me today on day number 3. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I upload a new project. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye for now.